No, I don't want that in the video. Hey everyone that's watching the live feedback. I am just waiting on some people to join. You guys can fast forward through this part. And happy Saturday, everyone. I'm doing a Saturday Night Live. Hey, Ginger. Just waiting on some more people to jump on. Hey. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday. So I'm going to alter this composition notebook a bit and pick out some pages and whatnot. Hey, Mary. Hey. Take your friend with you.
Come on.
Help him grab him. Sorry, getting the kids. Hey, my third life. How's your Saturday? Thank you. Hey, Kim. It's doing good. I'm just dealing with kids. Hold on. Hi, Anna. Hi, Dottie. So I'm just gonna wait on some more people. This is kind of, I'm decorating the composition notebook and I wanted to do something kind of girly. Because last time I did this and showed it, it was kind of vintage. Hey, Crystal. So I wanted to go super girly this time. And since this part is black, I think we're going to use some duct tape. And this duct tape matches the pages that I'm going to use this as the outside and then this beautiful paper pad as the inside. So this tape matches it, and that's probably going to go on the spine of it, which is going to cover up this black. That's my plan anyway. So I've only picked out one because I want this to be on the cover, kind of, but I need to pick out 4 at least more pages. So maybe we should just start with creating. Yes, it is. It really is. Yes, it is. But I'm a girly girl. I like girly stuff. And so I figured I wanted to do something girly. And I like different things, but I really like girly stuff. So what are you guys doing? How was your Saturday? This duct tape ain't no joke. It's hard to pull up. Let me cut the end and make this straight. And I'm using these scissors from Dollar Tree because I don't want duct tape ruined scissors, like your regular craft scissors. So I am just pulling this to size. And I need to see how far I'm trying not to put this down. I'm just trying to get it to lay on there to see when I fold it over. Yeah, it's perfect. All right, how far it'll go. So I'm going to put the duct tape on first. And I'm kind of rubbing it down. There's a little bit of overhang on that side, which is fine. So let me cut the bulk of this off. Then I will line it up a little better. Once I get it for the most part on here. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm just going to cut the excess off the top. which is kind of not the easiest thing to do because it's sticking to my scissors, but I kind of see where the line is, so. All right, just throwing that piece away. All right, so I'm just kind of rolling this over on this side, and then on this side, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm pulling it away a little bit. I kind of know where I need to cut it. Okay, throw that away, and just gonna rub it out. So these are, I don't know if you guys know this, but the composition, hold on, I'm visiting mom. Oh, you're visiting your mom out of town. You should have brought some stuff with you. I would have packed some stuff. Oh, nice, Crystal. Are you doing, no, I finished that already. It was 25 no spin, but I finished that. Yes, decorating a composition book. Hey, Dana. So I just covered the outside. So I was going to talk about, so the composition books at Dollar Tree are not the same quality as the ones at Walmart, just saying. And I've learned this messing around with them. The book is kind of sturdier. The paper is kind of thicker. It's just different. But, you know, if to each their own, it's not a big deal. But I think this one is actually from the Dollar Tree. It's the Jot brand. But I'm just, you know, the whole thing is it has so much paper in it. Do you really need it to last forever? I think if I was doing something else. But, all right. So I showed this a minute ago. So I'm going to pick pages of the cardstock out of this one because I wanted something super girly. But the actual page, I'm going to use this paper pad from Hobby Lobby. I love this. It's so pretty. And it's super girly. That is why I picked this duct tape to go on the edge. All right, so what I'm going to do is get my paper trimmer. And I'm going to measure. Let me get my fancy rulers. All right, so here's my fancy rulers. I'm going to measure how far. So that is like 6 and a line. Let me get something to write on. 10, 6 and 5.1. And then this way it is, let me see, 10 and 3/4.1. 10. So 3/4.1. So it's a line over. So what I'm going to do here is do a little over. I never do any no spin. Yeah, it's super thin. That's what I was talking about. Okay. Yeah, they have it online. I think I ended up buying one in Hobby Lobby and I ordered a second one due to me wanting a backup because I used the whole other one. I've used. So pretty. All right, so I'm going to kind of just cut off 2 inches to start with off of this edge. And then I know I need it. Hold on, let me do it this way. 6.5. All right, so that is 6.5.1, which is going to, so I need to cut this a little bit more. On this side. And then let me do 6.5.1 right here. I'm going to pull this out a little bit. Alright, that's safe. And then I need to cut it at 10 3/4.1. So let's start with cutting off. I know this probably doesn't make sense. You can actually glue this down. Jan, I'm so good at using. I know, right? You could actually glue it down and cut it out. I've seen a lot of people do that. The only reason why I'm doing it different on this one is because I want the love to be the center. So if it wasn't for that, I probably would just glue it. And I probably will on the other ones. You'll see that. But on this one, I want my love to be the center. So that's why I'm actually doing math on it. All right, so 10 and 10.5. We're right here. So, all right, let's see if I did it properly. So I think we're good. We're just going to have a little bit of overhang that I'm going to work on, and I want it to be lined up like this. And can anyone guess what glue I'm going to use? My screen is black. I can hear you, but you might need to reload. I would shut it down, close the program, or shut it down on your computer and reload it. That happens sometimes, but all right, let me clean up this mess over here. And I'm going to start gluing this down. I filled up all my bottles of glue, so I would be ready and prepared. And I'm trying to see, do I want it to, I want it to go over the duct tape just a tad. So I'm going to put my glue directly on the composition notebook. And anything that kind of pops up, I will, in return, glue it back down in a minute. So, why does it feel like it's coming out of the side? It's not. All right. So I think we're good as far as the glitter glue. All right, glitter glue, yes. Okay. Yeah, on your phone, you can shut down the program. Like, close it. If you have an Apple phone, it's a swipe. And then, I don't know, on Droid, it's probably a swipe too. And then reopen it. All right, so I'm just going to hold it down right here really well where the tape is, because the tape is harder for the glue to stick to kind of at times. So I just want to wait a minute. Now I can get my craft scissors, and I'm just going to, the white I know is kind of, the camera doesn't like white or black, but so I'm just rounding it. Up here it has a little bit of an overhang, not too much because I did it, and I am going to round the edge and then go down and cut it off. And I could have measured this down, but I wanted to make sure that I could shift it however I wanted the love to go. So it worked out really well. All right. So far we have a cover. Hey, cat. Yay. Well, I was running late. Came on late. No, you didn't miss anything. So far, all I did was, so I'm going to show for the people that just came. I am altering the composition notebook. Here's the paper that I have chosen. I am going to use, this is my cardstock. This is from Michael's. It's a hot buy because I want to do something girly. Hold on, let me show you this because I brought two. This is my composition notebook that I'm using. It's from Dollar Tree. I wanted to cover up the black, so I picked this duct tape that I had that matches this paper, which this is actual paper, not cardstock, from Hobby Lobby. And it's just beautiful pinks, blues, and foils. It's so pretty. And so that's what I've done so far. I've only covered the front and this part. Hey, Kennedy. All right. Oh, I said hi to you already. Okay. I'm losing track. All right, so now let's pick out some sheets because we need 3 more sheets. We need one for this side, one for the back, and one for the center. So this is like a super simple project. And I got this idea from Kat. I mean, not from Kat, from Pam, Tater's mom, because she made me this beautiful one. And this is my YouTube journal where I keep track of, like, you know, all the things, and I write down ideas and all the people that are in the ATC swap. Hey, Mary. Can you see now? All right, so let's look at some of this paper is throwaway. Like, that paper is not the fondest. This one's really pretty. That foil is pretty. That one is gorgeous. But I want to kind of stick with like floral and kind of that blue, pull the blue. The swans are okay. That's the one I used. So this is a good way to use those in your paper pad where you have those big old pretty pictures that you don't know what to do with. This is a good way to use it. That's what I just did with that one. And I want this one is going to be one of them. Sorry. I want to do that one in the back. Look at these cutouts too. How cute to stick these in. We might fool around with that as well. I like this kind of, it brings in the pink, so we might use, I think we're going to use this for the back. That's going to be for my back. And look how pretty this one is. All right, so let's do, should we do, we'll do this one. All right. And so we have, I'm picking these 3. So which I think I want, see, look, I think we should do this one on the back page because this one would go really well with the back. All right. So let's do, I'm going to do the front page first. All right. So I kind of know my measurements at this point where I need to be. And normally, so if you don't want to do the measuring, let me do it without, and it's, to me, it seems more complicated, right? So how I would, I don't know. Okay, let's look at this. So if you measure it, and then y'all probably can write this down, but you just need to cut off from this side, and this is a 12 by 12. Let me write this down on a scrap paper. All right, on a 12 by 12, on this side, you want to cut it down, cut off 2 1/4, and then the long side is going to be, and I'm just moving this over. Ruler is the wrong way. So that is 4 1/2. So 4 1/2. So we would cut off 4 1/2. And I'm going to do that, and let's see how that works. I love the paper. That's, oh yeah. So cute. All right, so we said we're going to cut, that open anymore. 2 1/4 off of one side, and then off of the other side we need 4 1/2. And all these composition notebooks are pretty much the same, so let's see if my math is working. So that looks like it is really good and fits. You just have the overhang up here, which you're going to have to cut down. So let's glue. Actually, let me cut all of them down to that size. Let me move the scraps out of the way. I made an album using that pad. Oh. Well, I have so much paper that I'm like, I'm not going to hoard paper because it's pretty anymore. I'm going to use it and enjoy it and let other people use and enjoy, right? Because if we're just, and like there's always pretty paper that comes out. It constantly comes out. So I told myself from now on, I am going to use the paper. All right, so let me just line this up and cut this one to 2 1/4 by 4. So we're cutting off 4 1/2. All right, and then same thing here. So we want it to go this way. So since we want it to go this way, we're gonna cut off 2 1/4 this way. Am I doing it right? No. We need to cut off, hold on. 2 1/4. Yeah, I was doing it right. Okay. Yeah, it's 2 1/4 this way. All right, but I want to get rid of this one. The bottom is not, the top part is prettier. All right, 2 1/4 by, yeah, exactly. 2 1/4 by 4. And then I feel kind of like, hey, I've used it. And the paper that I'm not too fond with, I'm not like, oh my God, it's so pretty. I make journaling cards out of it. And then don't feel bad about that. All right. So all of the paper is cut, and now, so it's super simple project, right? And then I'm just going to make the inside super. So I'm going to use this one as the back because it has that foiling. Can you all see that that's foiled? So cute. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did. I'm lining. Wait, let me see how far over we want it to be. All right. So just starting on the duct tape. And I'm making sure to put a lot on the duct tape because it's less likely to stick, but once you get it dry a little bit, it'll be fine. And then I always worry about, like, when I send something to someone, I'm like, do they understand that it's just glue and paper, and if it happens to pop off, come off, glue it back on, because it's just glue and paper. All right. So now I'm going to line this up with that glue in both sides. And I pulled this one over a little bit, but it's fine. All right. And then I'm just rubbing it really good on this side. How pretty is that? I make it, I call it quilt paper. And on, oh yay, that's super cute. You know, I quilt, so I understand that. That's so cute. Isn't it? This is so pretty, right? And then, like, girl, who doesn't want to use a composition notebook that looks like this, right? And my whole thing is, like, I know people add, like, lace and do all kinds of things, but when you're using it, that's why I don't add any of that, because I want it to lay flat and kind of be functional. But you can do all kinds of stuff with these. I've seen pretty cool stuff. All right, let me rub that duct tape in. So I'm just cutting a circle around the top up here. Y'all can see where I'm just cutting off the excess. Apparently my math was a little off, but it's not a big deal. Rather have too much paper than not enough that the sides are perfect. All right. Perfect. So that part is done. And then I think we're going to do, since this one, I don't want to put the flowers up against here. I think we're going to do this one here because the floral can go here. All right. So we're just going to put the glue down. Same thing. Gluing it as close as I can get it without gluing the pages. And I'm just making sure to get the edges really good because that's where you don't want it coming up. All right, and then do the inside. And then just important to make sure I have this lined up on the sides. And then I'm just going to wait a minute and rub this art glitter glue, which will dry, but then it won't make my paper stick. Oh, so this one is from Michael's. It's a hot buy. I don't know if it's still available. I've had it for a minute. It's the Swans. It's called Serenity. And then this one is from Hobby Lobby. This one is the Paper Studio. It's called Break of Dawn. And this is probably one of my favorite pads that I use a lot of paper. I know some people only want cardstock, but with journals, you don't want to use a lot of cardstock inside because it causes it to be too thick. So I always look for paper pads that have just paper. I know, you should already know. Carrie knows. Hey, Carrie. All right. So pretty, right? And then I'm just cutting off the excess. Mary, be careful, please.
Sorry.
And then I am going to... All right. So that part is pretty much done. Look how gorgeous, right? So simple, right? So then we have this last one to put here. So that's where the book will go. These are like great gifts too. Like, who doesn't need a place to write down? But I'm also going to decorate the inside too. Getting that. I know, right? They have it online. Creepy voice. I seen it there last week, so I hope. Yes, it's so cute. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I know, right? Sometimes I felt like I wanted one, but my whole thing is, I think next year, see, I'm going to make my own December daily. Like, I don't know if everybody's probably seen my December daily by now, and I have it over there, but I think I'm going to make my own. And this year, I'm going to make 2. So I'm going to have like December 1 through 15, and then like 15 through 31. Because I think once you get past 15 days in one of those journals of decorating, putting pictures and all that, it just gets so bulky that it's hard to even decorate it because it's hard to open. And like, there's no rules to December daily. You use whatever you want to use and do, Nernie, no. And do whatever you want to do. I know you're trying to clean up your desk, but it is so loud.
Sorry.
So I think I'm going to make my own this coming up 2018. And then I'm going to make 2. And I think that's kind of cool. You know, do whatever you want to do. There's no rules to anything. All right. So now I'm just going to line this one up so it matches this part. All right. Wait. Pull up. All right, now I got to re-glue. It wasn't straight, and that would have drove me insane. It was not straight, and I should have seen that. All right. One thing with art glitter glue is you literally have 10 seconds to pick it up. It's a short window. Nope, see, it's shifting. Okay, there, I got it that time. All right, perfect. One more glue, but it's not gonna hurt anything. I'm just making sure this area, I'm just rubbing it with my hand. It's putting some glue on my finger, that I will wipe off, but at least my pages won't stick, because art glitter glue dries so fast that all you have to do is rub it and it'll dry, and you don't have to worry about your pages sticking to it or anything gluing down that you don't want to glue. And it dries clear, so you don't see it after it dries. All right. Perfect. All right, so now what I'm going to do, and if you guys don't have this, like I bought it at Hobby Lobby. I think it was like $15. I used a 40% off. Didn't pay a whole lot for this machine. They have different sizes. This is the one that I wanted, and this is what I use to make my tabs. Okay, if you wanted to use you know, if you want to make these yourself, there's machines, there's all kinds of stuff, but this is what I personally use. I do want to ink up the paper, so I think I really am going to use like a blue to bring out the blue in the tape, and I'm just going to ink up the edges before I move on to the next phase. So I think we're going to go with I shouldn't have put this washi tape, and it was like the worst washi tape because it like really rips off. We're going to use Salty Ocean. It's more like this one, or I mean, I could probably use Faded Jeans. Let's test these out and see where we want to be. All right, so Salty Ocean is super blue, and Faded Jeans is, but see, I think Faded Jeans might be too dark. I think I'm going to go with the Salty because I want to keep this light, but I do want to do the blue. Let me get my trusty baby wipes. It's funny, I was looking for baby wipes, and my husband's like, they're for the baby, and I'm like, no, they're not. They're for my craft area too. And he's like, I'm like, do you buy them? Then don't worry about it. In Hobby Lobby today and didn't see either paper pad. They have it for $12.99. I'm looking for that paper and I'm like, yeah, that's the one I'm going to use. All right, so let me get my, I always clean my hands whenever I'm messing with the little thing because it will get everywhere. I think y'all have seen me. So I'm going to do, let me get a piece of paper. Where is my scrap papers? Just in case if I set this down, it's not dirtying up everything. So I'm going to have to clean, see all this? Now, if you touch something again, you're going to have that blue all over stuff you don't want. So I just take, it's oxides. I don't know about other inks, but oxides you don't have to worry about. Comes right off. So, and yeah, this is Distress Oxide Salty Ocean. And I'm just going to ink up the edges. And I'm kind of going in with it. See how it's kind of, I want it to go in a little bit. And you could have picked purple or pink or whatever color, but I wanted to really pull in from the duct tape that I picked out. And that's why I went with the blue. And at the bottom, the line is bigger than at the top. Do you see that? So I'm going to kind of go in a little bit more and here. And on here, I'm going to do the same thing. Edge it up. It just kind of gives it a little more like dimension to your project. Don't have to do any of this. Don't have to use the ink. I mean, the paper's pretty enough. It's so cute. How do you store your stamp sponges? I went and bought some Velcro, these little circles, and I keep them stuck to this. That's how most people do. And then I just stick them on here. It's just like a little piece of the rough Velcro. I was just checking. It hasn't been clearance, so.
I know where, Mama.
What?
Mama, I Papa up. Come on.
He's saying his pad is stuck. What's wrong?
He's stuck. It's stuck in between our dressers.
I got
can't
it.
get it out.
I can't get it.
No, your dad's gonna get it. Rob, go help the kids, please.
Help them what?
Zoe said that the pad.
His iPad's stuck between the two dressers.
I can't
I don't know what they do.
Okay, your dad's gonna help you. It's not the end of the world. Calm down.
I'm drawing.
So you said, okay, hold on. They still have it on HL, just checking. It hasn't been clearance, so they'll get it again. Yeah, one thing about Hobby Lobby is they keep paper around for a while. All right, I'm going to move this blue to the side. And remember how we cut out these scraps from the paper that we were using? And then there's this one. So we're going to basically use these to make some tabs, right? And so all I'm going to do with this machine is, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Hold on. Because this cardstock is not, when you tend to, hold on. When you tend to fold it over, it tends to want to not fold straight or rip when you have such a little piece. So what I'm going to do is I am going to score it first. You don't have to. You can skip the step and go ahead and you know, just fold it over yourself. But where is my tool that I just had? I have different ones, but I'm like, no, I want to use my favorite one. I just organized all this stuff. I guess we'll use this one. Where is it? That's going to drive me insane. All right, Jan, don't focus on that. Find it in a minute. All right, so this is like 2. So I'm going to go 2 and 1/8. Oh, wait. I wanted it to be upside down because I want it to fold. So I'm going to do 2 and 1/8. And there's a reason why I'm doing this is because when I cut my tabs out, and you could like do this the same and manually cut them, but I got a magic tool. So I'm going to go 1 1/8 all the way down. That's just going to make it easier for me to fold. I don't think I'm going to need all of these, but I don't know exactly, because I know I need 10 tabs. 10 tabs, I believe. All right. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going to fold them over. And I'm going to use my handy punch. Okay, so with this, and I'll show, oh my God, this kid. So with this, when you punch it just singly, right? You're going to get just a single, I'm going to show you this. So if you punch this just singly, you're going to get a single, right? The back is white, but I don't want to get white. Don't trust the store, get it. Live in a rural area and stores are so small, it's hard to, yeah, I'm sorry about that. But, so when you have it folded over, even if you punch it, you're still going to get 2 different things. So let me show you. So even if you punched it in here, if you don't do it right, you're still going to get 2 different, hold on, things. So I have 2 different ones, right? So in order to get, with this punch, to get it to be both sides in one piece, you have to, and I've learned this trick, you have to, there's a little bitty gap. And let me zoom in so you guys can see. There's a little bitty gap that you have to leave at the top. So see that little gap? Just a little bit, not a lot. So now when I punch it out, it's both sides, one piece. Makes sense? All right, so now I'm going to just, I need 10, so let's see how many we can get out of this one strip, because this one is really pretty. Hopefully we can do 5. All right. There's 2. Three. Yeah, so we'll be able to get 5 out of 2. I mean, out of this one strip. Maybe more. Alright. And then we're going to have the little gap at the top. Okay. And then sometimes when I'm doing this, I'm like, damn, my arm hurts. I need to make my husband do this. All right. So it gave me 6 out of the strip. And with this tab punch that they have at Hobby Lobby, it literally has different colors for different sizes. I looked at the different sizes. This blue one was the one that I liked, and that's why I picked it. I think I've seen these two at Tuesday morning or something. But all right, so we have 6, and I know that we need 10. So I'm going to go ahead and fold over this other floral paper, and we're going to cut some more. Do we add anything on back of the ATC cards? Your name, your YouTube name. That's it. Just the year probably and your YouTube channel name is all I'm asking for. All right, move over and which I could have pre-done all this before the video, but I kind of wanted y'all to see my process. Satisfaction, they are, okay, hold on. I like that shape. It's not too big. Yes, it's so good. Carrie, you've never seen this bunch? I've never talked about it before. Believe it or not, this is one of the very first tools I ever bought. And the reason why, this is before any other tools that I had, crafting, that before I had anything. The reason why is because I bought this to put tabs in my Bible. And I was like, I want to put my own tabs in my Bible. And I was like, so I went on Etsy and I was looking at how expensive tabs were. Hey. Do you know? Okay. Hey, Catherine. So I was looking at how expensive tabs were for the Bible, and I'm like, no, I'll make my own. And then I can pick what color, and I can do all this stuff. And then I was like, and then I can get a punch for like half price, and it's a lot cheaper because the tabs on Etsy are expensive. So I was like, I can put tabs on everything, on my books, on everything. And then I bought this. I've had it for a long time, and I've gotten my money's worth out of this thing. All right, that flew off. All right, so now we're done cutting out tabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, sorry, my head's probably in there because one flew off. I'm going to choose, so we probably don't need all these, but I cut them anyway because can you ever have too many tabs sitting around for other things? All right, I'm going to throw these away because I won't use these. So now I'm going to pick out the papers. So I know if we do the math on this, there's 100 pieces of paper. Oh. Hold on, the baby fell. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. So there's 100 pieces of pages, right? So if you, so what I do is I put a piece of paper in every 10 pages and then a tab. So I will put, say every 10 pages, and I think that one we're not going to use. I will put a piece of paper and I'll put a tab up here. So then I count 10 more pages. I put a piece of paper and then I put a tab on this side. And then I kind of line them up and you'll see how I do that. So that way it just has, I know, he's okay. My husband's playing a video game, and he's okay. So, since I know he couldn't get his Netflix to work, so he was having a hard time. So, okay, what I'm going to do is since I have 10 pages that I need to cover, I'm only going to pick 5 sheets because we're going to cut it down and then use it to where there's still like a writing. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pick out 10 sheets. Look, guys, the best is yet to come. I think this is when I knew. I was like, oh my God, it's meant to be. The best is yet to come, right? So I think we're going to use this page, right? And this paper is thick too. It's like between a cardstock, right? So that's one. We only need, oh, well, if I use this one, I'm going to need, hold on, let me think this through. We might use that, but I don't know. Okay, because my point to it was, look, best day ever. But you'll do a lot of waste if you pick out the words, which you can. Look how pretty this one is. We'll use this one. So that's one. So I said we needed 5 pieces of paper. So we're not going to use the best yet to come because I want to show you how to do this and not waste a bunch of paper. So that's one. I know it is, but yeah. All right, this one is so cute too. That blue, so we'll use this one. And if you are wondering, I think I've used some of this paper, but I think you get 3 of each. So you get 3 of each in this paper set, and they're gorgeous. So that one was kind of, let's find a pink one, because we have kind of a blue one, kind of a mixed. We have that one already. So let's go with this one's really pretty. So that is 3. Let's pick some middle ground. Look how pretty this one is. Look how pretty. Hey, welcome back, Tina. So then, oh, look at this one. So that was 3, 4. Okay, so this one's going to be our 5th one because it's gorgeous, right? All right. So, and like these go so well together, right? Like, look, so pretty. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. So I'm going to cut them at 6 inches. Now I know I needed to cut, because I wrote it down on my other paper, that I needed to cut 2, and I probably cut it. Look, I cut it. It was 2 1/3, 2 1/4 off of the top, right? But let's start with, I'm going to split these up so that I get a clean cut, right? All right, let me move these over here. So I'm going to cut this down at 6 inches. So 6. There's these 2 pieces, or there's 4. And then here is this. So I'm going to cut this one down at 6. Well, let me line them up a little better because they're shifting. And let me make sure I'm cutting them in the way that I want them to go. Yeah. This one is so pretty. Okay. Line them up. All right. So this one is at 6 inches. Okay. So I know that it doesn't matter what side I cut off of this one. I want to cut from the top off of here, and I want to cut from the bottom up there. So I know that I need to cut 2 1/4, 2 1/4 off. Because remember, I just cut that off of the top, but it might need a little more than that, but we're not too. Okay, so 2 1/4 is what I'm going to cut off the top over here. All right, and then I'm going to do that to all of them. And the reason why I'm doing that is because, let me show y'all so y'all will understand. So on this first page, this is just going to go in here like this, and we're going to line it up and edge it up, because I like the fact that you have either, you could do it all the way over here and leave a little bit of room where someone could write something on here. Like you could write grocery list, laundry list, things to do, or whatever. I mean, you could write it on here, but I like that you can get a lot more bang for your buck with cutting the pages in half, and it leaves room to write. I just think that's pretty. That's what I did on the other one. I think it came out really well. If you wanted to use 1 page per page and cover that whole page, you could do that too. It's up to you what you want to do. This is just what I thought. Look how pretty this is. All right, so I think we're going to cut the top. This one's going to go here. So I'm going to just stick this in here and cut 2 1/4 off of the top of this 12 by 12. And there, and then I'm going to do 3 at a time. Well, there's only 2 left, so I'm just making sure the paper is turned the way I want it to look. I probably can stick all of these in here. And then I'm going to cut that 2 1/4 off again. Off of the top. All right, so now that we got all the paper cut, did I get my mouth right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I want to make sure that they're all different in order, right? So this one, these 2 need to go over here, then it goes here, here, and here. And then we end with this beautiful one. Like, how gorgeous is this paper, right? Hey, Nestor. Oh, you do? That's cool. That is so cool. One of these didn't get cut right, but we'll deal with that in a minute. All right. One of these are not like, no, they're fine. Okay. So what I'm going to, and then let me pick these up. My problem is I'm so clean line, right? Because y'all see everything's flat, clean. I'm super OCD about that. I wish I wasn't, but I am. I'm going to go all the way over with it. So what I did last time is I just marked right here where my glue is going to go, where my glue is going to start. And hold on, 1, 2. All right, so that's where I know where my glue needs to start. And with this one, on this time, like, you don't need to put a lot of glue. Like, if you notice, I don't know if y'all can see, you probably can't because it's white on white, but I'm not using but a little tiny bit of glue, because since this paper is so thin, you do not want the paper warping. Which art glitter glue doesn't warp paper necessarily, but again, you don't want to take the risk. So I'm not putting a lot of glue. We just need this paper to stick. It will. Make sure to get the outside really well. All right, so I am just lining up. Pull it up, Jan. Let me go back where I just wasted my glue. I need to get, it didn't line up right because I shifted it. All right. All right. So now I am just going to make sure that I'm going to just edge this up, which I could have moved it over more, but it's not a big deal. I wanted to save some room for you to have something to write in there. I mean, you could write on it. You could cover the whole page, but with this way, you could, not waste as much paper, I guess. So on this first one, I'm going to take, on this first one, I'm going to take my tab, and I'm going to start it all the way over here at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on both sides. I know, right? Hello. Hashtag need to be sponsored. Wish I was, right? I haven't really seen them sponsor anyone ever. Have y'all ever seen a video where Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or them sponsored anyone? All right. So that's the first tab, right? Up here, pretty. When you open it, you can see there's kind of a hangover. So what I do on my next one is I count 10 pages. So this is 1, 2, and I've been having a problem with these composition notebooks from the Dollar Tree, like the paper. This isn't glue. It just kind of like bent. It's where it was cut. It wasn't cut all the way, but it's not a big deal. 1, 2, 3. You just got to be careful not to rip it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. Okay. So on this page, which would be your 11th page, gorgeous craft paper from Hobby Lobby. So, is going to go here. And you could always put your glue on here. So it doesn't really matter whether if you put the glue on the paper or on the, you know, I just wanted to show, like I do it kind of both. It just depends on what mood I'm in. But I've noticed that I have a tendency to put more glue on this than I do on the paper. So let me just line this up right here. And then I'm going to cut off the excess. But I have noticed, guys, that the composition books at Walmart are better quality. And they're probably the same price. Like, stock up on the after school. That's what Mary Beth said she did. Okay, so since I used that one last time, I'm going to use this flower one. And we're going to start here at the top, right? And then we're going to kind of work our way down with moving the tabs around. So I am just going to stick this here and here. So there are our first tabs here and here. So that way it's kind of got categories. Which paper pad did you cover? Oh, did I cover it with? It was this one. It's Serenity, the Hot Buy from Michaels. Oh, yeah. See, I'm like, girl, after school, I have these little kids that all go to school. I'd be like, I ain't going back in there. 1, 2, but I need to. 3. Oh, wait, I was supposed to count this. So we count, this is 1, and on the 11th page is 1 way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is our 11th page. So it's just kind of the same thing where you're just going to put tabs at the top. And this is just like the way that I figured out how I wanted to do it. And I thought it was really cool. And again, you could move this paper in and leave this, but I've noticed that, I don't know, it's just however you want to do it. I like it to be at the ends because I think it kind of, you can see it better from the other way. Yeah, Dana, I have 2 in elementary and 1 in high school. And after having to buy all the school supplies that they need, and it's ridiculous because you have to go to like 5 different stores and the ridiculous amount of stuff that you have to buy. After going through all that, when they start clearancing that, I'm like, I ain't going back. I'm done. I'm so over it. Okay. And now I'm just lining this up a little bit. And then, same thing, just edging around these corners a little bit. I mean, like, you could add ribbon to this and whatever, but I'm kind of a clean line kind of person. And I like, that one stays closed, the one that Pam made me, so I really don't have any issues. Do you see how this is kind of lifting up? That means I didn't put glue. And I always check for that because I know I say this every time. I do not like when paper lifts up. It drives me insane. All right. So now that I'm going to put my tab on here, I'm going to hold this up and see where my next part needs to go, right? Because I have that other tab. So I know that it needs to go here. So this is where I want it to go, and I'm just eyeballing it. You can actually mark it if you wanted to. And then put some glue on both sides. Make sure I only have the one piece of paper, nothing else is stuck to it, because I have done that before. And there is your top tab. So making our way, and they don't even have to be like the same, they're just, it's so cute. Okay, so now I'm going to count 10 again, and on the 11th page, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So here we are. Center with ribbon and a bead. Oh yeah, that's cute. Yes, it is. It is. It's ridiculous. Like literally, my teenager, I buy him $100 backpack, but by buying him $100 backpack, I don't have to keep buying it and buying it and buying it. But that's one thing I will do. I will go to Kohl's or like whatever and buy the backpacks that are on clearance, and they usually only clearance them at Christmas time or around there, and then that way with the little kids I don't have to worry about backpacks for next year. All right, so we're on this side now. All right, so we're just gonna go with this color, even though, why do I feel like we've done this color? We have. Okay, hold on. I knew we did this color already. I was like, that's too close together. All right, so we have done this color. Let me look at these really quickly and see. This one needs to be here. Smile. Why are these together? All right, so we need to kind of do him at the back here. All right. This is our next one. And yeah, maybe I'll try that. But then I'm worried about, won't it? See, the whole thing about this paper is if you put anything too heavy on it, it has a tendency to rip the paper, right? So hold on. Center the ribbon with. So how would you put it? Where would you put the ribbon on to keep it from ripping or coming out, right? Where would you glue it? Dana. All right, my hand's shaking. All right. So now I'm just going to cut the corners. And then this one, oh, you know what? We picked the wrong color, but it's fine. All right, we're going to do the foiled one over here. We do the opposite. Okay, so this one, let's kind of eyeball where we need it to go. Alright, so as I keep my magical finger there, my husband's so inappropriate. I was like, Rob, I need you to be like my backup person. So when I have to go to the bathroom or something, you can go entertain them with your hands. And then he's like this, and he like shoots the middle finger, and I'm like, childish. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. See, that would make sense. And I've already, before you put the duct tape. Oh. All right. All right, so that's on, and it's a little crooked, so it's probably going to drive me crazy. But I think I might have missed my window. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I did. I missed my window to pull it up. All right, don't judge me. It's crooked. Pretend like it's not crooked. Don't pretend. All right, let me count. So that's one. Is it lifting right there? Glue. All right. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is my 11th page. I know, right? It was so childish. I have a label punch. I went through the whole... Yeah, you'll probably have to watch the replay because I talked about it. It's this one I got from Hobby Lobby, and you can use a 40% off coupon. I think it's like regular price max 20 bucks. I think it's 15 or something. I've had this longer than I've had any other tool before I even started. Paper crafting. Rob, can you go deal with your kids, please? And so anyway, it has like, so you can literally, like, so you have to kind of know how to do it. And in the video I show how to cut it out where it'll make both of them versus just one side. And they have different sizes, but I picked the blue because I really liked it. Be right back again. Okay. And then, all right, so now we're on to the next page where I'm going to glue this down. Oh, you missed it, Mary Beth. The paper is so pretty. I talked about the paper where I got it at Hobby Lobby. You missed like the most magical paper pad that everybody wants. Exactly, your kids. Oh, yeah, you caught that? I'm glad y'all caught that. Well, I hate that it's not only mine. They're laughing at you, Rob. You hear me? He's ignoring me. They're laughing at you because I go, can you go get your kids? All right. It kind of hangs over a little bit, but not too much. But I'm going to clean that up because if I don't, and then my hands are shaking because the kids screaming like that makes me nervous. Normally I'd be like, cut it out. All right. All right. Perfect. Cleaned up. All right. So now, what kind do we use? The foil last time, so we use flowers. So this one goes at the top. Oh, and it's lifting right here. Put the glue down. All right, perfect. And then, so we're going at the top up here. So let me eyeball where I need to put the next tab. Make sure it's just one piece of paper, and I need to glue that down. All right, so we need to do foil up here. And then it's right about there. Let me glue this piece down first. Why are you in here and why did you open the door? All right, so now I'm going to line this up this time because last time it wasn't straight. All right, so then so far we have 3 and 2, right? So go to this next tab and we're going to count to 11. I know. Hey, Dawn. Oh, you can? It lets you rewind. It's so good. Because the paper pad is... Oh, Mary Beth, I'll show you if you give me a second. I'll show you the paper pads because Dawn just showed up too. So let me show you. I am going to do... this is the paper pad I'm using, which is Serenity. It's the Hot Buy. And let me show you this. So I did the Hot Buy paper pad on the cover, the inside here, the inside here. I mean, the inside cover, back cover, and then this. This is, and I bought, let me see what I do with the tape. Okay, So the duct tape, I got this at Hobby Lobby too. I just thought it really good with this paper pad I'm about to show you. So that's cardstock. The paper that I'm putting inside is actual paper. It is called Break of Dawn. It's foiled from Hobby Lobby. It's called Paper Studio, and it is gorgeous paper. It's not cardstock, it's paper. So remember, it's paper. How cute, right? All right, so I am just going to go back to where we were at. We're here. So now we're going to count on the 11th page. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then on the 11th page. And if you notice, this is the middle of the book, so I know I counted right. All right. That's the good news. The good news is I counted the pages correctly. All right. And that means we're halfway done. 5. All right. So let me just, I was looking at to make sure I had all my tabs where they need to be. All right. So I am going to glue this part down just like I've been doing to the half a page, which again, I said you could cut it to the whole page, but by doing it this way, you get 2 pages covered for one 12 by 12. All right. And now I'm just going to round the top, and that one I got to go on there perfectly. So all I have to do is cut just a little bit. Perfect. All right, and then now we'll do, and it should be regular flowers. Let me move this back a little bit and see. I always make sure before I put my tab on if there's any where the paper's lifting, because sometimes, you know, we don't always put the glue all the way to the end, and it seems to be lifting all right here. Oh, and then I didn't even know if glue is coming out because it seems to not be. All right, then we're going to go back to finding out where we needed our tab. So this tab needs to go here. So crazy eyeball it like I've been doing it. It's more important for me to make sure it's straight than where it's placed. If you just want to do the covers, would you double side? Probably. I just use glue. I didn't use duct tape to glue. I just used art glitter glue and it worked. But I guess you could use double-sided tape, because I guess, you know, it would make it more bulky though, because the whole thing about using glue is like you can't even tell. Let me zoom in, guys. You can't look at the seam right here. It's going to focus here, but can you see? Let me get it to focus maybe. There it goes. It's part of the book now. So I think if you used double-sided tape, it might bulk it up where it's not flat. That would be my only concern with using that, but I guess there's only one way to find out, right? So I'm just going to count 10, and on the 11th page, I'll glue another page down. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's the 11th page. And this one would go right here. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. It's just a simple project, but it's so cute. I said I have one of these that Pam from Tater's mom made me, and I use it for YouTube. I keep track of giveaways, swaps that I'm in, mail that I need to send out. I make a list of like priority stuff that I need to do every day and go off the list, so I'm just not randomly crafting stuff. I kind of have like an art to my madness. Oh, wait. Lift it up because I don't want it to be... Hold on, I got to put glue back at the bottom. Because that's the thing about this art glitter glue is once... You only have a couple seconds to pull it up. And when you pull it up, you got to reapply. Alright, I'm shaking my hands. I don't know why there. Alright. There we go. Isn't that cute? It says smile. Oh, y'all can't even see. I'm sorry. I glued this down and y'all couldn't see because I had it zoomed in still. For me to go, ladies. You have a good night. You're welcome. Tape runner before of the back cover and it one I didn't know about art glitter glue. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. So Dawn said it's fine. It works fine. And did you use it with cardstock, Dawn, or was it paper? Alright, let me just hold this down because I want this to lay flat. It's just that glue has to dry. Alright, and let me just round. I use double-sided tape on. It didn't seem bad to me, but I never thought about the thickness before. Yeah, because like I know Pam, I think she did glue and it's super, yeah, where it just doesn't, she's glue and it kind of looks like it's part, like the funny thing is it seems like, and I think with this one, it's like part of the book. There's no thickness. It literally feels like besides this, you wouldn't know that this paper didn't come on this composition book. So it's pretty cool. And if you look at Pam's, Pam literally added different cardstock and she did stamping and added all kinds of stuff, but I was trying to show you she added lace. Like look how cute this is. Like so like the amount of stuff that you can add is so, I mean it's limitless, the amount of decorations. And hold on, this is a couple of pieces of paper set together. It's not glued, it was just stuck from when they cut the paper. I don't think they made a really good cut. Okay, so the last one was here, so we need to go up again. And this is foil, so we need regular. And then let it, I'm going to put this at the very end. Make sure we only have one piece of paper. And I'm just going to glue this to the end. Yay. And then, see, so then we'll start over again here. And then start over, and we're going to do that side next. So, so that's one. This is, and this is just that Dollar Tree composition book where when they took it, it wasn't cut all the way. 1, 2, and I'm trying not to rip it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and here's the 11th page. So I have 3 more to do. Okay. So were you guys working? I know, Dawn, you went out for the evening. I hope you had a fun evening. You had something going on. Are you guys crafting? Did any crafting, anything today? Working on anything? let me hold. Hold on, I don't want it to be over too far. No, I gotta put some more glue down. I have OCD, guys, if y'all haven't noticed. I'm like, no, it's not perfectly straight. All right, it would drive, that one tab is probably gonna drive me insane. But, okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Oh, that's constant. I did that earlier today. I knew I was going live and I wasn't going to be working on mixed media. So I had to like reorganize all my mixed media stuff that I've been working on, organize it all to where I could get to it tomorrow and clear up and make a fresh area. Got everything ready for this. Because I'm kind of like that person that if I only like to work on one project at a time and then before I start on the next one, I kind of clean up. Hold on. So I'm just measuring where I think this one's going to go. All right, let me put glue on both sides. Cool. And then you would think that 2-year-old of mine, someone's killing him the way he screams all the time. All right, so that one is way over. See my math. I'm pulling it up though. It's not done yet. No, it's there. All right, it's not coming up because if I do, it's gonna rip, and I don't want it to rip. All right, so that's just gonna have to be over. I mean, it's not bad. It's a little more over than I wanted it to be, but it's okay. All right. Not the end of the world, Jen. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it's probably gonna only give me one more, but it's okay. Okay, so did I count it right? Okay, 1, because I needed to do 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and here is 11. All right, I'm gonna do this foiled, really pretty one next. Open the door. Unfortunately, I will have 10 projects started and going, and then everything is out, creeps into the living room. Yes. That's why I used to be like that, but I literally make a list. Like, okay, guys, today I was working on mixed media. Let me tell you, I have a 2-year-old. So y'all see all this? This is all the stuff that I was working on today. I literally hand punched out all of these little flowers, curled them to go on my mixed media. I have a bunch of them in here. I come over to my desk. Guess what? There is no flowers. I punched out hello on book pages. They were ripped. And I literally wanted to kill him. But I found a bunch of them, made some more. But then as I was cleaning, I put all of my mixed media stuff that I'm going to use and going to work on. See, I fussy cut. I know y'all all seen the Michaels paper pad. And I fussy cut all these little hearts out because I'm going to kind of work with some gold. And so I just put everything, all those kind of little bits and pieces in here. And then I have that, I don't know if y'all seen, but it's here. And I have this whole little like area that I have sectioned off, and it's a little storage. And I have a rolling cart that I keep with stuff on it. And then I have this other little thing that I showed in my December daily that I keep with all of the things that I'm working on. Because I won't say I won't ever work on 2 things at one time. I just will clean up before and kind of organize it so I can get back to it. But I feel like if I don't complete something, then I'm never going to do it. So I kind of like tend to try not to work on stuff that I'm not. And if I do start something, right? Hold on. If I do start something and it's not going the way that I want it to, I just give up and like take whatever supplies apart and put it back where it goes, because if I don't want to work on it, I'm probably not going to finish it. And I would rather move on to something, I don't know. I guess I like to complete things. That's probably one of my crazies. Well, I think part of the problem is I have a 2-year-old. So I have learned, like today, apparently I went to my room and literally went to go lay down for like, and it's like he knows, right? So when you have a 2-year-old, you kind of have to clean up and hide stuff and put things in containers. Otherwise, whatever work you did is gone. It's gone, completely gone. All right, so this one's going to go, and this is lifting. So I'm going to glue this side. He's not old enough to, actually a good thing. Should do that. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. All right, so this one's going over here at the end because we're back at the end on the top over here. And actually, all right. So let me just line this up in the back and then I will fold it over. That's how I should have done it the last time, so it wasn't crooked. All right, and then I'm just gonna fold this over. And then, so on the 11th page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So last one. Oh, you did? Did you? I didn't know you really left. I was showing the punch and I showed the paper. Did you see the paper that I'm using? Because I'll show it again for anyone that just came in just a second. Nifty. Yeah, it's one of the very first tools that I've ever bought as far as craft tools. Yeah, it's so cute. Yes, and gravity always wins, but keep trying. That's funny. Funny, funny, funny. I mean, girl, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes my husband's like, how do you even see anything? And I'm like, don't worry about all that. There's an order to my madness. But, again, I have learned having a 2-year-old has really taught me discipline about hide stuff, put stuff away. Plus, at the point, sometimes we get to where we have so much stuff that if you don't, like, organize or whatever, like I think I got in that circle and I stopped. I got to the point to where I didn't know what I even had anymore, right? Because it was so chaotic, and so I tried to put like things together where I know, you know. So this is our last one. It's going to go at this end, and then magical. The book is pretty much done from my standpoint. I mean, like, you could add flowers to the front of this. You could do all kinds of amazing things. Like, I have some really cute flowers that would be so cute. So here is the book. Duct tape on the outside. That is the back. Here is the back inside cover. Here is this one, and then here's your tabs. So there's that one. You have your 5 tabs at the top, 5 tabs on the side. So there's that paper. Gives you room to write. So if you don't want to write on the beautiful paper, you can, like, say cleaning, supplies, grocery list, meal plan, blah, 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 journal, notes, pictures, like whatever you want it to say. It could say whatever you want. So that's 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, beautiful paper, 10. So there's like 10 different dividers. You could do more if you wanted. You could do whatever. Piles. I do that too until it turns into a balancing act. I love how you say that. Don't worry all about that. Don't worry about that. No quitting allowed. Girl, I lost my pencil once and had no place. That's so funny. So, like, you could literally, like, I have some mulberry flowers is what they're called, right? So you could literally take some mulberry flowers and glue them on. Like, how cute. I mean, it's flowers, but, or you could leave it flat. You could put lace. Some people put lace. You could put trim. I'm kind of a clean edge kind of girl. The girls choose their paper pads. One chooses one of my hoards and the other chooses one the paper pad. I was like, oh, nice. One from your hoards and the other chooses. Where you didn't like show them 2 different paper pads and been like, here, y'all can choose one. Which one? No. Isn't it cute? It's so cute, right? So simple, guys. So simple. And so, like, and this is a good way to use stuff. Like, you know how some people hoard the pretty paper and they don't want to use it? Like, what a pretty way to use. Especially, I was talking about, you know how every paper pad has that one 12 by 12 that is so gorgeous, but we don't know what to do with it? Here is what you can do with it. Because this was that 12 by 12 in the front. Like, how stinking cute is this? Yeah, I can't wait. Guys, if y'all do make this, like, and you don't, like, I have Instagram. You guys can always tag me on Instagram, on Facebook, or, you know, if you have a YouTube channel, like, you can send me an email and show me. You can do all kinds of stuff. No, my oldest knows. She got a step up and goes through all my paper pads. The little one was just like, here's another thing. I've been watching everyone do the hauls for those miniature composition notebooks. Like, how cute would those be, right? You could use your scraps on those. On the mini ones that Dollar Tree has. Yes. That's what I was saying. You could literally write you like use it for all kinds of stuff. I think it would be so cute. The one thing I would recommend though is if y'all, I know that I would spend the extra money to buy the composition notebook at Walmart because they're better quality. Like the one I made last time was a lot better than this. And great grandkids. It's so cute though. And simple. Like, and this is a great way. Like, I told you I use the one that Pam made me. And when this, like, and it's not about filling it up. It's just like everything. Like, literally, like, to-dos. Like, I write, you know, just all kinds of stuff in here. And things like lists. Like, here's the thing. Like, I tell Carrie, I'll come in here and, like, I feel overwhelmed in my desk. So I will clean up or whatever. And I'll write, have to mail blah, blah, blah. Have to make blah, blah, blah. Have to do da-da-da. Record da-da-da. Go to da-da-da. So, like, just a craft list. And I will literally, I think, I can't show you the one that I did because I think it has addresses in it. but I literally will go down the list and I prioritize it by number, right? So then I'm like, okay, this can wait. This needs to be done. So then I will rewrite the list, cross it out, rewrite them and by what order I need to do them, and then just go off the list to move on. And I think, like, let me see, is there anyone's address on here? So, like, look on here, like, to-do list, unicorn journal for Kennedy, ugly sweater for Carrie, Charlie Brown Christmas for Kim, Christmas ephemera, and, like, literally, I would write, that's her address, I would literally write, mark off, do it, make a list. I think I'll make one to put instructions for things I make. See? That, yeah, that's cool. I know, you're the greatest person. You're special. But yeah, here's the thing. When she sent me this, I thought, I've never had a composition. I just kind of, you know how we all got those notepads? Like how, you know, you guys are all guilty of 1,000 notepads, the little bitty notepads that you buy, writing stuff on, blah, 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 blah. Well, how many of times do y'all lose the notepads, right? A lot, right? So I have learned it's kind of hard to lose this thing. It's not the easiest thing to get rid of. So this could be a great, you know, way to, and look how pretty this is. This beautiful paper Pam put in here. It's a great way to, you know, keep it with you, whatever. Like, the funny thing is, I take this with me to the doctor and stuff. I used to be big on planners and do my whole planning, but literally this is a list of whatever they say, whoever's phone number, whatever. And then I'm doing, y'all know how I'm doing that. I haven't done that, but I do a brain dump. But here's that Valentine's AC swap. So I literally write in here everyone's name that's doing it. And then I put, like, what I call them. So I'm like, oh, that's Pam, Tater's mom. That's, you know, Betty uses, you know, someone else's name, but I know who they are. And so that is a good way. And then when I do the next swap, I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know. And then you always have, well, so-and-so joined my swap, or, you know, you keep track. And then you always have this. So I call this, like, it was my YouTube journal, and that's kind of what I call it. This is just stickers on here. I should probably take them off because it's ruining Pam's work. But it's just washy. But I think, you know, you just have to find your own way with it. And I thought this was really cute and really cool. And I loved her idea. And honestly, I didn't watch anyone's video. I just looked at what Pam did. And I go, huh, she put paper on here. Huh, that's cute. And she added, you know, different pages and like covered and added washi. And then so when I was doing that other one, because I had to make different projects, right? And I wanted them to be different. I was like, I'm really clean line. If y'all haven't noticed, I'm very clean line. So I was like, okay, well, and OCD, guys. So I'm like, okay, everything has to be flat. And I'm like, okay, I want tabs on the side, right? Because what if you were like, because if this is over and it's full, great. You get to make another one. But I was like, what if you wrote YouTube, groceries, kids, like different chores, cleaning, you know what I mean? And so I was like, and you only have 10 pages per tab. So I was like, tabs would be really cool. And then my OCD is like, okay, well now I need to count exactly how many pages I want to be between each, you know, it doesn't have to be that precise. That's just my OCD. To get a planner because they're so pretty. I didn't want to start another project. I know, right? Yes, my OCD. Oh. Yeah, I like this. I think it's cute. And the funny thing is I could put tabs in here, but I don't. And I think this is gorgeous, and I will use this until there's no more to use. And then I will probably make another one, or who knows? But I think that this is a great way to, you know, have some kind of list or whatever. Yeah, planners make you feel pressure to get things done. It's to me, it's not that. I think it became like a chore because it was not around about planning as it was around decorating and some other things. But I'm all about simplifying my life this year, which I don't know. I can't say I'll never get into it. I bought that Jane Davenport and I just don't like it. I like the Happy Planner better because I think it was more functional for me. But I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm using a planner in my TN right now. Well, I know I've kept you guys on here a long time. Do y'all have any questions, like for people that showed up late, or, you know, just any kind of questions? Besides, you probably want to get a composition book from, if you already have one from the Dollar Tree, that's what this was. But I would recommend, if you haven't, I would get it from Walmart. It's a different quality. I have a planner that I use, but I don't decorate. Oh, see, yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do, Dawn, is not decorate anymore. And then remember how I edged it up in blue? Like, you can edge up these little tabs in blue. So, just to make them pop a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Hold on. And this kind of like goes in with the washi tape. The duct tape on the side. And you don't have to do it with duct tape. Like the one I made, I have a video on the one that I made. It's under my project shares. You guys got to go check it out. I made an altered one of these and it was vintage. And I didn't put duct tape on it at all because the black matched. So the black went really well with it. And so that one is super cute. Oh, yeah. So it's an easy project and it's not, you know, you just figure out how you want it. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. There's no rules really, because I know that there's probably a lot of people that, there's probably videos galore out where people are doing these. So, you know, find your own way in it. You can do it just like this or whatever. It's funny, I thought about doing another vintage one tonight and I was like, you know what? I want to do something girly and pretty. I like girly and pretty. And so that's what I did. Is made girly and pretty. Thank you, Pam, for the inspiration. I brought different different duct tapes. I was like, I don't know which duct tape's gonna go with it. And then I was like, really, Jan? You're gonna use the pink. Buy the paper. I bought this duct tape specifically for that paper pad. Because I used to use duct tape on my journals that I used to make. So I had like all kinds. Like this one is so cute to me. Well, I guess I will let you guys go. Does anyone have any questions or anything? P.O. Box. All right. So I'm probably going to make in my own time another one of these. If not, I'm probably going to make another one just like this. So if you guys, after the video, I think it takes like 10 or 15 minutes for the video to go live. If you comment somewhere in the video the word love, you will be entered to win this composition book or the one just like it, because I'm going to make 2. So remember, after the video goes live, comment on the video the word love somewhere in the comments, and then you'll be entered in a giveaway to win this one or the one that I'm going to make just like it. Yes, my crafting intern is all about doing it her way. Like this, like that. That's so cute. No, oh, tell them they're welcome. Okay. Okay, I will. Thanks, guys. Don't forget, comment if you're interested. I hope that everyone has a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for watching. I know the word love. The word love. All right, guys. So, you're welcome. Everyone have a fun night.